My dear friends, I am Ajay Kumar Tyagi. Today, I am going to discuss life of great Indian warrior Shivaji Bhonsle. Dear friends, Shivaji Bhonsle first was an Indian ruler and a member of Bhonsle Maratha clan. He was born in 19th February 1630 at Shivneri Fort, Junnar, near Pune, Maharashtra. He died on 3rd April 1680 at Raigad Fort. He was coronated on 6th June 1674. Parents were Shivaji. Sahaji was his father's name and Jijabai was his mother. Shivaji engaged in both alliances and hostilities with Sultanate of Golconda and Sultanate of Bijapur. There were three Islamic sultanates prevailing around Maharashtra: Bijapur, Ahmednagar and Golconda. Shivaji often changed his loyalty between Nizami Shah of Ahmednagar, of Adil Shah of Bijapur, but always kept the Jagir at Pune and his small army. In 1645, 15 years old Shivaji persuaded Inayat Khan, the Bijapuri commander of Torna Fort, to hand over the possession of fort to him. On 25th July 1648, Sahaji was imprisoned by Adil Shah to contain Shivaji. In 1649, Sahaji was released after capture of Jinji, secured Adil Shah position in Karnataka. In the period 1649 to 1655, Shivaji paused in his conquest and consolidated his gains. In 1665, Sahaji retired from public life and died in hunting accident. In 1656, Shivaji killed Chandra Rao More, a fellow Maratha feudatory of Bijapur, and seized the valley of Javali near Mahabaleshwar. Adil Shah was displeased at his losses to Shivaji forces. In 1657, Adil Shah sent Afzal Khan, a veteran general, to arrest Shivaji. Before engaging, the Afzal Khan forces desecrated the Taluja Bhavani temple and Utoba temple at Pandharpur. These are the major pilgrimage sites for Hindus. Shivaji retreated to Pratapgarh fort. Afzal Khan tried his best to take over the fort but failed, even after 2 months of siege. Afzal Khan sent envoy to Shivaji for peaceful dialogue. Two leaders met in hunt at foothills of Pratapgarh fort on 10th November 1659. Accounts vary on whether the Shivaji or Afzal struck the first blow. Shivaji killed Afzal by his tiger claw, that is Bagh Nakh. 3,000 soldiers of Bijapur army were killed. Afzal Khan's 2 sons and 2 Maratha chiefs were taken prison, but both set free of each other men. Shivaji seized Panhala fort after defeating Bijapur forces sent against him under Rustam Jamman and Afzal Khan in 1659. In the year 1660, Adil Shah sent his general Siddhi Johar to attack Shivaji. He purchased grenades from the English Rajapur factory to increase the efficacy and also hired some English artillerymen to assist in the bombardment of the fort. Shivaji got angry and he plundered the English factory at Rajapur in retaliation. On 2nd September 1660, after a month of Shivaji negotiated with Siddhi Johar and handed over the fort. Withdrawing to Vishalgarh, Shivaji retook Panhala in 1673. On 13 July 1660, Battle of Pavankind, when Baji Prabhu Deshpande, along with 300 soldiers, fought to the enemy at Ghorkind. The battle held back the larger army and by the time to escape the Shivaji to a safer place. Until 1657, Shivaji maintained peaceful relations with the Mughal Empire. Shivaji offered his assistance to Aurangzeb, who was then the Mughal Viceroy of Deccan and son of the Mughal Emperor. Shivaji had the obvious right to own a Bijapur fort and villages, but Mughal did not respond accordingly. Dissatisfied with the Mughals' behavior, he launched a raid into the Mughal Deccan. In March 1657, Shivaji confrontation with Mughal began. Shivaji officers raided Mughal territory near Ahmednagar. Aurangzeb sent Nasiri Khan and foiled the Shivaji mission. Meanwhile, Aurangzeb indulged in a war of succession in the family following the illness of Shahjahan at Delhi. In January 1660, Shaista Khan with an army numbering 150,000 along with powerful artillery division with the conjunction of Bijapur army led by Siddhi Johar attacked Shivaji. Shaista Khan seized Pune. In April 1663, Shivaji launched a surprise attack on Shaista Khan in Pune, was able to kill some of his wives. Shaista Khan got alert, but he lost his finger in the melee. In 1664, Shivaji sacked the fort of Surat city, a wealthy Mughal trading center. In 1665, Treaty of Purandar took place. Actually, in 1665, Aurangzeb sent Rajput Rana Jai Singh first with 15,000 army to defeat Shivaji. He succeeded to lure some key commanders of Shivaji, and by mid-1665, Purandar fort was besieged and Shivaji was forced to come to terms with Jai Singh. My dear friends, Treaty of Purandar was signed on 11th June 1665, in which Shivaji agreed to give up 23 of his forts, keeping 12 of himself, and pay compensation of 4 lakh gold hoons to Mughals and become the vassal of Mughal. 12th May 1665, Shivaji was summoned to the Agra fort by Aurangzeb. He was asked to go to Afghanistan. He refused. Aurangzeb got annoyed. He ordered him to imprison. For imprisonment, Shivaji managed to escape from Agra fort. In 1665 to 1668, Mughal Sardar Jaswant Singh acted as an intermediary between Shivaji and Aurangzeb for new peace proposals. Aurangzeb conferred the title Raja on Shivaji. Sambhaji was also granted territory in Berar for revenue collection. In 1670, peace with Mughals lasted. Shivaji recaptured his lost territory back from Mughals in just 4 months. Sacked Surat second time. Daud Khan for Mughal side was defeated near Nasik. In 1674, Pratap Rao Gujjar, Commander-in-Chief of Maratha forces, defeated the Behlol Khan. Shivaji acquired extensive land and wealth through his campaign. Now he wanted a recognition in the public. Until now, he used to be known as Jagirdar or a Mughal So on June 6, 1674, he was coronated at the Raigad fort and was called Chhatrapati, means paramount sovereign. On 18th July 1674, Shivaji's mother Jijabai died. Bengali Tantrik Nishchal Puri declared the original coronation had been held under auspicious stars. Unauspicious stars. Second coronation was conducted on 24 September 1674. In the beginning of 1674, Maratha undertook an aggressive campaign raiding Khandes, capturing Bijapur, Panda, Karwar and Kolhapur. Maratha navy skirmished with Siddhi of Janjira. Shivaji raided Atani 1676 in April. In the year of 1677, entered into a treaty with Qutub Shah of Golconda to jointly oppose the Mughals. Invaded Karnataka with 30,000 cavalry and 40,000 infantry. Proceeding south, Shivaji seized the forts of Vellore and Gingi. In March 1680, Shivaji fell ill with fever and dysentery, dying around 3 to 5 April 1680 at the age of just 52 years on the eve of Hanuman Jayanti. On April 21st April 1680, 10-year-old Rajaram, who was his son, was installed on the throne. However, Sambhaji's elder son took over the possession of the Raigad fort after killing commander. Formally, Sambhaji ascended to the throne of 20th July 1680. My dear friends, this is not the elaborate and extensive knowledge about the great warrior Shivaji. Shivaji, because of guerrilla warfare and his skill and fighting spirit, also known as the Napoleon of India. He, in his lifetime, always had shown the great spirit to fight for his motherland. We salute to great Maratha King Chhatrapati Shivaji. Thank you. Hoping that you may be liking this episode. Thank you. Lots.